The University of Calgary's nursing program is, of course, world-class. We arrived here in 2007, so we're nicely established. We have a number of graduates who've completed the program and are back in practice.
I was asked to come for a couple of months and to help out here and establish the program, and I fell in love. The students were amazing and I loved being here, so I stayed.
When faculty first get here, they experience a fair bit of disequilibrium in terms of their pedagogical style coming from Canada and matching that with the pedagogical needs here.
You really have to learn how to change your teaching strategy on the fly.
There's so many things that are different culturally, not just the way they look. So for us, that's an adjustment as well, to get used to looking at girls who are totally covered, and many of them you only see their eyes. So it's an adjustment for any teacher going into the classroom.
You really need to be able and willing to adapt to new circumstances, new learner needs, the student needs, and new pedagogical styles.
The education system here is much more by rote than what we're used to in North America. They love to debate, and debate is a great way of learning how to critically think and to put your ideas together and to make an argument.
Well, they actually help us a lot, especially with the different way of learning. Like some of us learn by seeing things, some of us learn by talking about it.
Difference in lots of ways, but you know, in lots of ways they're the same too.
I love that they're outspoken and demanding.
What happens in the classroom sometimes is students will switch to their first language, to Arabic, and the one who is able to perhaps, who has a better grasp of the academic English may translate or update the other person in Arabic.
Kind of keep asking each other to understand what the instructor is saying. So the instructor sometimes don't understand what the student's saying and don't know what they're talking about, and they're talking in the middle of the class.
You know, there was a lot of passion in them. You know, the only thing that was holding them back is, you know, they felt that, you know, they did not speak English well.
Maybe they could speak a little bit slower because some students could not catch what they're talking about.
So we've developed a bridging program to really take students to the point where they can begin taking nursing programs and succeed.
There's a different sort of a time orientation. They don't think about being late. They don't think about that it's important to come on time.
For us 9, it means it's okay if we went there at 9:10 or 9:20. But for them, no, 9, it's mean 9.
In nursing, time is very, very important. You know, because we are dealing with life and death here.
They need to be tough with us because it's nursing. We are studying nursing, so this is the patient's life in our hand.
We want students to access the teaching and learning environment, and in order for them to do that, we must understand where they're coming from.
Quite often prayer times will overlap with class start times. Once you become conscious of that, I think some of the concern and issues with being late kind of go away.
Tomorrow I can't make appointments because really
Many of our students come in with smartphones, they come in with phones certainly, and you'll see them texting in class, and they may even take calls in class.
It's a problem, like even with me, but we are trying to change that because nowadays we have the BlackBerry and the iPhone, iPads, yeah, and it's like an addiction.
Students are addicted to mobile phones no matter what part of the world you're in, I believe. It's not just here in the Middle East.
Depending on the student's background, they may not have too many options. They may need to keep their phones on in order to take calls from family.
So for emergency call, you can use it, but for other things, I don't think so.
I think that the University of Calgary, Qatar is really bringing a whole new perspective on what nursing is all about, and that we're turning out graduates who are going to turn the nursing profession upside down in this country.
It's challenging, certainly it's challenging, but again, hugely rewarding. We can do things here that we probably couldn't do anywhere else in the world.
I think that if you're going to be coming to Qatar to teach, you need to get rid of all of the preconceived notions that you have about the Middle East and the Gulf and Arab people.
The opportunity to learn about a different culture and the opportunity to talk with students and share some experiences back and forth. I mean, it's just as enriching and engaging to talk with students about what life is like in Canada as it is for them to tell us what life is like here in Qatar.
I find it so fascinating, and I think if you're going to come here, you need to be fascinated.
People here are very welcoming and very warm.
I've grown a lot, professionally and personally. I see the world with a much bigger set of eyes.
I've found that my teaching has become broader, more flexible. My encounters with students have been richer. I'm having a fabulous experience here.